Good morning, good morning. Happy December, you guys. It's Natalie, it's Hot Shot Adventures. You can see I'm at my house. I have been just really enjoying the last 3 weeks or so at my house, and I haven't gone on the road. I have just been dispatching my trucks, taking care of everything, and I've really kind of been enjoying it. Got my AR-15 built, so Lexi and I have been going to the range a little bit. It's been a lot of fun. So I have not recorded. So for those of you who missed me, I'm so sorry. I took a little break. Everything's fine. And for those of you who didn't miss me too much, good. But this is going to be a good one. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Now, this is probably going to be at least a 4-parter right here. So it's going to be a lot of me talking and a lot of me smiling and a lot of me explaining. So if you don't like that stuff and you don't want to learn, then just go ahead and shut me off now, because that's what this is going to be. It's not going to be no cute, stuff of me climbing up and down the trailer and you guys, watching all of that. But it is December, so I got my Christmas pajamas on for you guys. I'm not getting out of my pajamas for this video, so now it is going to be at least a 4-parter. So I'm going to go over a lot of information. And Mr. Jason, you guys can all applaud Mr. Jason. He asked if I had done a video like this. Not that he needs a video like this, but Mr. Jason's gonna lease onto me pretty soon. And he was like, have you done a video like this? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? I've touched on these things, but I haven't done an actual series on it. It is very valuable information for those of you who are new, or maybe even not so new. It is very valuable information, and I just thought that it would probably be best if I share it with everybody. Hopefully my Patreons are also, I'm sure, watching this. For those of you guys who have not signed up to Patreon, www.patreon.com/hotshotadventures. $10 a month, $100 a month. You can get a hold of me. $100 a month gets you a phone call. I'll steer you in the right direction and keep you from making mistakes. And that $100 will probably save you at least $500. So if you guys don't want to save money, if you that's fine. But y'all are signing up to the OnlyFans, okay? Y'all are getting Starbucks. Y'all are doing your hair and nails, and you're broke trying to start this. You might as well invest into your future and get somebody on your side who's been doing this for almost 5 years and can save you a lot of time, headache, effort, energy, and money. So just think about that. Anyways, we're gonna get into this. First part, which we're gonna cover today, I have gone ahead and pulled everything out of my trucks. We're gonna go over equipment, okay? The tools that I carry in my truck, the things that help me get my job done, right? We're gonna cover that today. I'm also going to cover what you need to have in your truck, federal minimums of items that you need to have in your truck and trailer in order to be compliant. That'll probably be video 2. Videos 3 and 4, at the minimum, like I said, it'll be a 4-parter. Video 3 will be, I'm going to cover maintenance and upkeep of your truck, and then I'm going to cover maintenance and upkeep of your trailer. So that's what this is going to be, you guys. If you want to know this stuff, it's pretty important. You don't want to get stuck with your pants down out on the road with a small breakdown and not have the tools or parts necessary in order to just get it done yourself. If you don't have the tools and the parts necessary to get it done yourself, then you're asking to get got. You're asking to get got from a maintenance shop, a mechanic, a truck stop. They're going to charge you an arm and a leg, and I will share some of those experiences. Some of them are mine, some of them are not mine, but true real life experiences that mechanic shops, maintenance shops will charge an arm and a leg to do very minimal work. And right now the rates are low and the work is harder than ever almost, to pair parts, loads and stuff together to make a profit. The last thing you need right now is to be spending an exorbitant amount of money to pay somebody else to do something for you that you can do yourself. So that's what we're going to cover today. Okay, so first we're going to go over the big stuff, right? We're going to go over the big stuff. Number one, first thing, we all have GPS, electronic GPS navigation systems, right? I don't care what you use. There's 1,000 out there. There's apps. There's Garmin. You can, buy the Garmin, which is its own thing. There's other stuff. There's all kinds of other stuff for GPS navigation systems, okay? But even if you run a Garmin that is a strictly truck-friendly route, or all of the different apps that are out there, I don't care. Sometimes that thing will still take you on a road that you are not supposed to be on. So what I like to do is I overview my route. I look at where this, navigation app is going to send me. And then when I see a road that looks suspicious, right? If I see a giant squiggly line or going through a big green splotch, I'm like, let me check that road, okay? This is the easiest way, you guys. I don't care what anybody else tells you. A hard paper map is still the easiest way, okay? This is you can get this at any big truck stop. Mine is a little bit messed up, okay? It's been with me for a while. 60 bucks, you get you the, this was a tip from Papa P, my mentor, Papa P. Get you the laminated page 1. It's $60 at a truck stop. This thing is large, okay? But it tells you where all of the weigh stations are. It tells you what the road restrictions are, which is very important, okay? Any type of road restriction, whether it's a low bridge, whether it's whatever, this is the easiest way to find out if your GPS in your truck is trying to screw you and take you down the road that you're not supposed to go down. So I don't care what anybody says. I do a lot of my stuff old school, pen and paper, calculator, you know, for tax season and stuff. And I tell people that I don't care. I'm not ashamed. I will still revert to a hard paper map, okay? And when the zombies come and you're stuck on the road and your GPS doesn't work, you're gonna be so happy that you have this. So I swear by this. I don't use it very often, but it is so nice to have when you need it. Sometimes Google can tell you what the road restriction is, and sometimes you'll spend 20 minutes on Google trying to figure out whether you can go down this route or not, you know, and this is just streamlines the whole situation. Very easy to read, very simple. When we're doing maintenance on the road, okay, you've got your work gloves. I don't care whatever, if you use sheepskin or deer skin or, you know, the nylon or whatever kind of gloves you use to throw your straps. Those are great. When you're doing maintenance, you want mechanics gloves. These are super thick, okay? Super, super, super thick gloves, and they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna bust on you. They will bust on you, but not too easily, right? Maintenance gloves for grease and for your hub oil and all of that stuff. I swear by these. Love them, okay? You need some of those. Breaker bar, okay? 30 bucks, AutoZone, not a big investment. I think this is a 25 incher, I don't know what it is. I don't care how strong you are, this is gonna save you, save your back, save your knees, it's gonna help you out. I strongly suggest it. When you gotta change a flat tire, even if you carry an impact, which I do carry an impact, I will show you guys in a minute, even if you carry an impact, you still need to tighten, okay? You still need to tighten your lug nuts after you've used your impact. This is the way to do it, or of course you can get a fancier one, the torque pressure ones that you can adjust, whatever those are called. Old school, again, I'm very old school. I ride horses. I wish I was born 100 years ago. I'm very old school. And always keep a long, right, a deep socket of the socket size that your lug nuts are. That's pretty much all that I use this for, is for tires. Not a huge investment, but gets you the regular socket and a deep socket. I carry a small socket set in my trucks. I don't have it out here. I have a very large socket set in the shed for when I do my stuff at the house, which I always try to do my stuff at the house. It's very rare that I'm dealing with something out on the road. It doesn't happen a lot, because when I come home, then I do my maintenance, then I do my checks, then I jump under my trailer. That's when I do that stuff, so that hopefully I'm minimizing the chances of me getting out on the road and needing to do something other than a tire. You know, you get a bolt in the nail, a screw in the tire, you need to change tires. That happens fairly often. I mean, not very much for me, but maybe more for other people who use shitty tires. I don't know. But when you do need to change a tire, okay, this is the way you want to go. You never know when you guys need to drop your trailer. Hopefully it's empty. When you do have to drop it, disconnect from it, go get an oil change, go take your mom and your daughter out to Yosemite like I did that one time, whatever. You always want to have some kind of lock, some kind of way to lock and secure your truck and your trailer, okay? This is a very basic one. It'll cost you about, I don't know, 90 bucks, 100 bucks. You can buy them on Amazon. Again, all of this stuff is on my Amazon, whatever site, whatever that thing is. It's there's a link to it in all of my videos, in the description to all of my videos. If you guys want to purchase any of this junk that I have up here and you don't have it, it's all on the Amazon, you know, shop page. Now, this is a very basic one. In a pinch, I will tell you guys, grab a chain. Okay, here's my chains on my trailer, right? Wait, there they are. Okay, you see my chains? There you go. Okay, in a pinch, grab a chain and a lock, and go to your tires and chain up all your tires, okay? You can always do that. That would be also easy, and you don't have to buy, you know, but of course a nice set of bolt cutters will probably cut your chains pretty good. Anyways, this one will require a grinder. This one will require a grinder and some privacy. So that's why I say that. There are different kinds as well. You guys, you know, shop around, but definitely carry one with you. Now, I know as hotshotters, we all have our own truck and our own trailer, right? Well, you never know what's gonna happen when you're out on the road. I like to be prepared for anything. For example, Jefferson was up in the Midwest, Missouri or somewhere. He ended up dropping his trailer and picking up a power-only load and running with it. Now, the power-only load that he picked up was a gooseneck, but there's been at least a handful of times, probably 3 or 4 times, when I've had to drop my trailer or I've chosen to drop my trailer and I've picked up another trailer and continued to run. So I like to keep one of these, okay, in my truck. I just throw it under the back seat. It's about a $50, $60 investment. If you don't have one in your truck and you want to buy one when you're out on the road, they are very easily accessible. Home Depot, Tractor Supply, Lowe's, I mean, anywhere you can find a hitch. U-Haul, you can buy a hitch. But if you buy one before you need one, you have then saved yourself time and usually money, because you're not scrambling to try and find one and you end up buying it at whatever price they choose to sell it to you. If you buy one when you don't need one, you can shop around and you can pick one that, you know, is probably like on sale or whatever. The next most important thing, which because of the She Beast and because I removed the bed and we did it how we did it, DIY, homemade bed. And if you guys want to see that, you can go on the playlist, something about like trucks and trailers, truck reviews, something like that. And I explain exactly everything that we did to the white truck, the She Beast, in order to remove the bed and put the platform and put the fenders and put the lights and everything. I talked about all that in one of those videos a couple years back. But because we did it DIY, right, I had a lot of issues with my pigtail, okay? Now, if you have a bed in your truck still, you probably aren't gonna have the issues that I have had. However, if you don't have a bed, or even if you do have a bed, eventually your pigtail will short out. A wire will become loose, something will get crimped, it may get cut, you know, anything could happen. I have gotten into the habit of keeping a spare pigtail, okay, in my truck, in each of the trucks, that is already, this part is already set to whatever my trailer needs, okay? All of the colors are usually different than what they come stock at the store. This, you can buy these, you guys, at any trailer repair, Nationwide Trailer, I don't care, Big Tex, any place that sells hotshot trailers usually sells parts, and you can buy a pigtail. This one is a very long pigtail. I tend to buy them a lot longer than I need, and then I just had, you know, a mechanic, or if you're a handy guy, which I'm not really that handy, but you know, you can usually, you know, change these and make it to where it works with your truck. I keep a spare, okay? They cost about, I don't know, between $50 and $100 depending on what length you want. They charge by the foot if you get one made for you. If you are having an issue with a ground, or you run into an issue with your pigtail that you no longer have brakes, okay? Whatever the case, if you guys have an issue and you have a spare pigtail, you're gonna be so happy that you listened to Natalie, because you can just, who cares what the problem is? If the problem's in the pigtail, you just disconnect the whole pigtail, put the new one on, check to make sure everything works, and boom, in half an hour, you're probably back on the road, okay? An hour tops. That is gonna be so much easier than saying, oh crap, I don't have brakes. Let me go find a trailer store that's actually gonna have time for me right now in order to look at my electrical issue, okay? So that will save you a huge amount of time, effort, and energy and money if you have it already rolling around in your back seat, ready to go for when you have a pigtail issue. A pigtail issue will eventually happen no matter what, okay? Just trust me, it happens. Okay, now we're gonna go over to some liquids, okay? No, bottle jack, okay? This is a 20-ton, I believe, okay? 40, 50 bucks. You can buy them at probably Home Depot. Definitely you can get them on Amazon. I mean, and you can order them online. You can get them at Tractor Supply. These are super duper handy when you need to change a tire on the road. Bottle jack. They don't take up a lot of space, okay? If you don't want a 20-ton, you can get a 40-ton. It's a slightly larger. Eddie bought a 40-ton. It's gonna save your life one day, and it's not a huge investment as far as cost. Now we'll get into the some of the liquids, the lubes that I keep in my truck. Number one, first and foremost, okay, case of these or something of the like, and lots of straws. I like to drink it with a straw because I'm fancy. Energy drinks, good for truck drivers, okay? Next, I buy by the large jug, my Diesel Extreme diesel treatment. I use a lot of products from Hot Shot Secret. I've done other videos on them. We are fueling everywhere. And usually, you're like me, you're fueling where it's the cheapest, right? Of course, because diesel is a very expensive cost for us. It's one of the highest usually every month. So I use Diesel Extreme. It helps clean out the system if there's any dirty diesel that I get. I've never had a fuel issue on any of my trucks. I swear by that stuff. I've heard horror stories. I don't have a horror story. And you know, you can buy this stuff online. You can buy it at AutoZone. I have resorted to buying the big jugs because I go through a lot of diesel with 2 trucks. And you can buy a smaller jug. You can buy them at the truck stops. I mean, it's some type of fuel additive that's going to help keep your system rolling. Fuel is what we burn the most of and the quickest, and you want to make sure that it's clean and good for your truck as it's running through the system and burning itself, right? Next, WD-40. I'm not as strong as some of you guys, okay? So I need this when your ratchet gets tight, or if you're going through snow and then the snow melts and, you know, now your ratchets are all dirty and they're really hard to crank. Okay, WD-40 or silicone. You can use silicone. Silicone's supposed to be a little bit better, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you use, carry some type of lubricant. Also, this is good for your binders, right? Sometimes your binders get stuck. My binders are in a head rack outside. They're not in an enclosed toolbox on my trailer. One of my trailers is enclosed and the other one is open on the Delco. So my binders get rusty. They get, you know, weather on them. They get rain. And so sometimes they're really hard to crank. So WD-40 is good for that. Or again, like I said, silicone. I swear by this stuff, it's so easy. I'm always telling you guys, I did a video on it. Grease your ball, grease your ball. Never run a dry ball, in my opinion. Always grease your ball. This is the easiest stuff. It is, I swear by Red and Tacky, okay? You can use the green stuff as well, but only the red comes in a spray bottle. See that? You can spray it on your ball. Spray your ball, okay? Don't forget. Now, I love this stuff. $6, $7. Again, AutoZone. I like going to AutoZone. I go to AutoZone a lot. Easy. It's easy. You don't got to climb up there with your grease gun or a big old glob of, you know, red grease. It's not as thick. I will tell you, of course, it's not as thick because it has to come out of the spray thingy. It's not as thick, but it's just as good. You should be greasing your ball at least every week anyways. So you clean it off completely and then you re-grease it every week, no matter what. Now, let's get into my tool bag. This one, you're probably not gonna see me too much. That's okay. You gotta see what's coming out of my bags. So, but first, for those of us who are hauling cars, or even if you don't haul cars, but you do haul equipment, anything with a battery, you guys, I swear by this thing. One in each of my trucks. You can charge it through the truck. Okay, so very nice. And anytime you have a dead battery on your own truck or anything that you're trying to haul, this makes life super simple. This one cost me about $200 on Amazon, and I have a smaller one in one of the other trucks, costs about $100. You can also buy them again at AutoZone. And then old school, okay, I'm not gonna take it all the way out, but old school, some really long battery cables, okay? I have like a 30-foot or a 25-foot, the longest set that we can come up with. That's what I have here. So I have an old school one as well. And both of them have saved me, and I suggest that you get at least, if you're not gonna spend the $200 on the battery charger box, get you this, okay? All right, Impact, okay? Milwaukee, 1/4 inch, brushless, fuel, super simple, okay? Not a big deal. This will pull off your tires. Yes, this will pull off my tires for my 7K axles as well as my 12K axles. It'll pull them off. It's fine. If you want to go bigger, you can get the 1/2 inch and it'll probably never be overloaded. I've also screwed boards back into my deck with this thing. 1/4 inch is just fine. It's nice and light. It's not too big. For me, I like it. Okay. These are cool. Get you, okay, lots of flashlights. Get you a flashlight with a magnet. Magnet flashlights are nice. Rechargeable flashlights are nice. This one has a couple different flashlights and it does strobe crap and all that stuff. That's good. Also, I have rechargeable headlamps, okay? Really nice. Stick them on your head when you're on the side of the road and it's dark, like right now. When the time change, it gets dark really early. So if you do that, then you know, you're never in the dark trying to do what you got to do. Zip ties. Zip ties are always good. Duct tape and zip ties. Come on. Digital PSI checker, okay? Very good to have. You should have it. Check your tires in your truck and your trailer at least once a week. I wouldn't do any more than that, but whatever. Digital one is always nice. Electric, yada yada, wire stuff. That's from all my pigtail issue days. Okay, basic hand tools. I'm not going to run through these. You guys should know what these are. I also have one that's not digital, but this isn't as fun. I have a small thing of bolt cutters, okay? You could carry a larger one. This is a thermometer, a infrared digital thermometer. This is good for the summertime, you guys. It explains to you how to use it. They're like $20 on Amazon, not even a big cost. When it gets hot and you want to know how hot your hubs are, hello, check them. It's a really easy tool to figure out whether you are having a issue with your axles or not. So good to know. Now in the winter time, it's not so important, but whatever. Tape, I don't know, tape for something. I have the cheapy gloves as well. These are not as great for maintenance, but I have them. I have a socket set of bunch of junk in here. Okay, you never know what you're gonna need. There's one of those. Big batteries. Okay, nice. And again, you guys, this isn't all of this stuff. I'm sure, you know, there's other guys out there maybe that have done videos, maybe haven't done videos, I don't know. But this is not everything you could always have. This is for my winch, so I'm not gonna go over that. Again, lots of different hand tools, okay? All of this stuff, easy, easy. Socket adapters, brake adjuster tool for your trailer. More of these things. Why do I have 3 of these? I don't know. There's probably none in the other one. I have bolts and screws. I can feel that for whatever reason. Hello. Electrical seal tape. Bunch of different sockets everywhere. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is good to have. An extra breakaway cable, okay? DOT loves to catch us on our emergency breakaway battery box not working, okay? Sometimes you need an extra one. It's good to have. Costs you about $100 for the full complete set with the battery and everything. Or maybe even 70 bucks, I don't remember. But good to have that just in your truck just in case. Okay, more of these guys. More of these guys. One of these guys with, you know, an adapter to it. 1/4-inch adapter. Here's another friggin' adapter. I got miscellaneous bolts and screws as well. I got these big, long, okay, screws, self-tapping with the star, not the plus. Hello. That's important. Sometimes you got to screw dunnage into your deck, okay, or something. So it's good to have screws. Ooh, look, I found a quarter. Money. What's that? I don't know. What's that? Needle nose pliers. I'm going to go over this now. Extra grease caps and grease nipples, okay? Good to have. These are for my 7K axles on the Delco. I also keep them in the PJ for the 12K axles. That's about it for in here. There's a lot of this stuff down at the bottom of my bag, just loose. There's some couple extra locks that I carry everywhere. You always need locks, and you always need some of these doodads and doohickeys and wham bam things. I don't know what. Okay. You will start to collect stuff as you go along. You will start to collect stuff. Now let's look at the other bag. I don't know what's in there. Looks like we got a couple of extra things in here. Of course, gloves, very important. Lots of gloves, you guys. I think I was working on the fence with this bag. Lots of those little craps, whatever. Okay, cool. Ow. Dielectric grease, this is a good one. Dielectric grease is to lubricate, protect, and insulate your pigtail, your connections for the electricity. So this helps to promote the electricity to keep running through the wires the way it's supposed to do, and it's waterproof, especially it's good for winter time, okay? Let me see if there's anything, okay, tape, spare doohickeys and zoom zooms and wham whams, whatever. More of, let me see, here's a spare one of those, okay, for your hitch, for your tow hitch at the rear. Here's some clipper things. That's about it. This is more of the same, what is this? battery terminal protector with the missing thing. All kinds of stuff, mostly the same in this bag. This is a lot of money, really. You know, it's an investment to start the business. It's an investment to keep it going. And even though you're spending money on this, always remember it's all a write-off, okay? Whether you spend money at the shop for the shop to maintain and repair your rig, or whether you spend money on tools and YouTube University it so that you can learn to do stuff yourself. Whatever way you choose to do certain things, it's all a write-off. So for me personally, I have collected a large amount of tools and, you know, floor jacks and just so much stuff. So much stuff. I have learned to buy stuff that is going to help me do my job and try to rely as little as possible on maintenance shops to do my stuff, okay? And the reason for that is, number one, they're never going to do it as good as you're going to do it. So you might as well do it yourself. Number two, it's going to cost you a whole hell of a lot more money than it is going to cost you time and money if you do it yourself, as opposed to doing it in the shop. They're going to charge you a lot of money. Number three, I'm just super cool. So super cool chicks have lots of tools in their shed. Hello. So I don't know. That's how I roll. So you guys, I hope this was educational. I hope this was informational. Stay tuned for part 2 coming soon, and we will go over some other stuff. If you guys have any questions, again, like I said, this is not the whole shebang. This is like just stuff that I pulled out quickly. I'm sure I have more tools everywhere else, but this is pretty much the majority of what I carry on me when I leave my yard to go out on a run. And if you guys have anything else you would like to share, please leave it in the comments for everybody to know and see, because I'm sure there's stuff that I forgot. I always forget something. And I hope it shed some light for you guys, and I hope this was good. And you guys be safe. Enjoy this month in December, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.